Well, hello, North Texas District Road Rangers. Listen, I thought that I needed to take a moment and sit down with y'all and talk to you about the various different leadership positions that we currently have open here in North Texas District Road Rangers. And some of these positions have been open for a while, and that is something I want to change. I'm a firm believer that if a leader tries to do everything himself or herself, they're not leading. All right. That's not leadership. Actually, that's foolishness. And there are a lot of qualified and exceptional men and women out there who I would like to have on my staff. But here's the thing. You out there have spheres of influence that I don't have. You know people, and we may know some of the same people, but you know them better. And I want to dip into your sphere of influence to help me out by you referring leaders to me to fill certain positions. They say, well, Stan, why do this? Hey, listen, I had no idea that I was going to be selected as district director. As a matter of fact, a few weeks before I even got the call to come in for an interview, one of my staff members asked me, say, hey, Stan, who's taking Jonathan's place? And I looked at him and I said, with sincere honesty, I have no idea. All I know is it's not going to be me. And I was totally serious about that. You see, I didn't put myself up for this role. Somebody referred me to the district office. And that referral came with a high recommendation. And I'm really appreciative of that. But I'm here to tell you, had that not happened, I would not have placed myself, I would not have put myself up for the position. Now, I am humbled by it. I 100% am taking on this cause. I feel that this is something God wants me to do, but I also feel that there are men and women out there who I need your help, your sphere of influence to reach out to. And the way that some of those excellent and exceptional leaders are going to come to my knowledge is by you referring them to me. So let me talk with you here briefly about some of the positions that we currently have open. And I'm start off with the training coordinator. Listen, I'm not asking you to try to be a Randy Woods, okay? A Randy Woods is a once in a lifetime individual, all right? And I've known Randy for a long time. He was an exceptional trainer. Really appreciate everything that Randy did. But I'm not asking you to be Randy Woods. I'm looking for somebody to come in and coordinate the training. Not to try to do all the training themselves, but to work with the certified instructors and coordinate in the regions and get people out to the regions to train people. So again, a leader doesn't try to do everything themselves, but I got to start with a good district training coordinator who's going to be able to schedule training in the various different regions and put certified instructors out there to do the training. I'm also looking for an outreach coordinator, and this outreach coordinator is going to be a little different than what we've had in the past. I'm wanting to do some new things, as well as some of the things that we've done with excellence in the past. Our Assembly of God churches who maybe they were chartered in 2019, but some reason they didn't get chartered in 2020 and 2021, I definitely want to reach out to them. But you know what? There are 84 other denominations that Royal Rangers has approved to use the Royal Ranger ministry. And I want to reach out to some of them also. I want to get into the schools. Boy Scouts have had a lock on that for a while. It's time to step in and break that lock up a little bit. I think that we could compete with them in the schools, don't you? So let's do so, but help me by referring to me somebody that would make a good outreach coordinator. And again, I don't want this outreach coordinator to go every place throughout all of North Texas district by himself. No, I want to try to put together, along with that outreach coordinator, a good team, and that team will reach out to the various different regions that make up North Texas District. And you know what? Some of you may want to be certified instructors. And when I say that you can refer people, you know what? You can refer yourself. I have no problem with that. Maybe you've been thinking about being a certified instructor or maybe an assistant regional leader, but you just haven't pulled that trigger yet. You know what? Pull the trigger. Step up. Pray about it. Talk with your spouse about it, your pastor, pray on it. But if God is calling you, step up. Because if he's calling you to do it, he's going to give you the tools and make sure you have everything you need to do that job with excellence. So if you've thought about being a certified instructor, hey, let me tell you, our certified instructors, the training that they get is exceptional training. I strongly believe that the job I have, I'm a federal investigator. The way I got here is because of Royal Ranger training. When I first stepped into the federal role, I did so as a temp worker with the census, and they wanted people who knew how to train. And they threw a script at me and some information, and they said, okay, take this and present it. And I spent about 5 or 7 minutes with it, and boom, I got up because I had the confidence that I could do it. And the way I got the confidence that I could do it is because of the training that was provided to me by Royal Rangers. So yes, if it was not for Royal Rangers, I don't think I would be here where I am now as a federal investigator. That job with the census opened the door for me to go in to the investigative field with the Department of Labor, and I am loving it. So I want to encourage you again, if you want to be a certified instructor, put your name in the hat, as well as any and all of these other positions that I'm going to put out here to you. I am looking for a productions coordinator, somebody to help with the pageants and what we're going to do on Friday and Saturday nights at powwow and winter camp. You see, you don't have to do that job all year long, but it's just those certain times, all right? All of these jobs are part-time jobs that we're not going to call you to do something every month, but we need a little bit of help, and we want to spread the wealth. So I'm looking for a productions coordinator. We got a new position that I'm putting out there, social media coordinator. I want somebody that's going to be able to help out and help us post things on Facebook. Roger Stewart does a phenomenal job. Jason puts up stuff on the West Texas one. We have a FCF Facebook page. And I need somebody to kind of help coordinate all of that. And if we have information that maybe it's on the North Texas District 1, making sure that that gets on the FCF, maybe FCF is putting out something that gets put on the North Texas District or out to West Texas, that we are, you know, I want to be on Twitter. I want to be on other social media like Parler. And, you know, we need help with that. All right, I'm not a guru on the social media, but I need somebody and probably a couple of people that are really good and that's their thing, social media. So if that's you, hey, refer yourself. If you know somebody, refer them. I'm also looking for a executive chef. You know, we talk about camp cook. Hey, listen, that cook we have come out is basically the executive chef for what we have out there. That individual helps prepare meals during powwow and winter camp, and also JODA. It helps organize that. It helps us get our supplies out there. So those are 4 times a year that I would need an executive chef / quartermaster and a team. You know, I had one of my leaders say, hey, Stan, I got about 2 or 3 names that would make good assistants. And I think I got a name of somebody that would be a good executive chef and supply officer. Hey, great. If you have names, put them in. Let me know. because we need an executive chef slash supply officer, and that individual is going to need some help. So I love to have 3 or 4 individuals that are able to help out in that area. You know, before I became district director, I was the security coordinator. Hey, that's very important. I'm an honorably retired peace officer. I want our people safe out there. If you know of somebody that would fit well in that role, please, please let me know. And if that happens to be you, again, refer yourself. I don't have a problem with that whatsoever. I also want to have people to come in as assistant regional leaders to help out the regional leaders in their region to reach out to people and to reach out to churches, to reach out into the community. One person, again, cannot do it by themselves, all right? You need a team. And some of our regions have pretty good teams. They may need 1 person, 2 persons, but you know what? We have regions where there's just 1 person, and that's the regional leader, all right? We need to end that. We need to have leaders out there that will step up and do what Sammy Kellum, and I know some of y'all know who Sammy was. Unfortunately, Sammy passed on, but let me tell you, he left a great legacy. And if there's one thing I remember about Sammy, he came into me as a new outpost coordinator many, many years ago and said, you know what? You're an outpost coordinator here. You've got a good outpost. I need your help in South Dallas section. And he got me out there, my assistant coordinator, Bill Brown, he got him out there. And I tell you, it was good. And we became certified instructors and started working in the district. And let me tell you, I don't think I was overworked. I really don't. And I don't want to overwork people. I don't want to stress you out. I want to spread the wealth with a bunch of quality people that are helping put forth an excellent ministry. And so if you could do that, I would greatly appreciate it. In addition to the social media coordinator, I like somebody to help out with the newsletter. Maybe there are a couple of people who say, you know what, that is for me. Hey, 1 time a month, putting out a newsletter that goes out and lets people know what's going on in the district. I want to do interviews of past GMAers who got their GMA and have gone on to successful careers as lawyers. We got one from my outpost that went to West Point and then went on, and now he's executive in the business. We've had lawyers, we have blue collar workers. We got a lot of successful people out there, gold medalists, who I want to periodically, at least 1 time a quarter, interview a couple of them, and so that we can show our churches out there that, hey, look, this is well worth it. And have those boys who are now young men and even older men talk about their journey and how Royal Rangers has helped them. And God has used Royal Rangers to help them get to where they are now. And one of those that I'm hoping to get in and get an interview with is the Ellis County judge, okay? Todd Little. Todd Little got his GMA at the Oaks. And the man is without a doubt one of the most successful individuals that I know. And so we don't talk about this. We don't put that type of information out there. Hey, I want people to know how God has used Royal Rangers in our boys' lives and as they've grown into manhood. So I think that that's critically important. You know what? There's some outstanding Ranger kid leaders in our district. I know that they are. And you know what? We need to have one of those leaders or a couple of them step up and become our Ranger Kids coordinator. You know, 1 time a year, we're looking to have a district field day. And during that field day, we want to have activities that are going to be kindergarten, 1st and 2nd grade specific, and make sure that we have a good day set up for those little ones there that's engaging. And we want to be able to engage the parents that come out there and let them see Royal Rangers in a totally different light and, you know, open their eyes to the potential of what God can do in their child's life as they go through the Royal Ranger ministry. So help me find our next Ranger Kids day camp coordinator. And I think I basically hit on all the ones that I'm looking for. So if you look in the description of this video, you're going to find a link to a form. And you click on that link and open it up. And once you do, you'll be able to see a bunch of different fields. And one of the first fields that's up there is your name, first and last, your phone number, email address. Hey, this is optional. But you know what? If you're making the referral, we would like to have it. I'd like to be able to call you or Roger Stewart or Kevin Gale, who are my deputies, call you and say, hey, tell me a little bit about this person, get a little bit more information on them. There's also some important things that we got to have. Of course, we got to have their first and last name. We got to have prospective leaders' email address and their home address. You know, you may be thinking of a leader, you may have their email, but you may not have their home address. Hey, listen, get your notebook, write down their email address, get their address, write it down, their church. I'm going to need to contact their church and speak to the pastor. And this is something that's commonly done. Before I even got the telephone call to come in for an interview as district director, my senior pastor had already been talked to, as well as the children's minister. So this is common practice. And so I need to know, and my deputies need to know, the church that the leader goes to. We're going to need their telephone number. And then you're going to come down, there's going to be a checklist. And maybe there's a couple of different positions that are on there that you feel that this person would be the perfect candidate for. Check as many as you feel that are appropriate for that particular individual. But I would ask that you keep it to 2 or 3, okay? So that we can focus on what you think are the best positions for that individual, the 1, 2, or 3 different positions you think that they're best suited for. And again, we're looking for a district training coordinator, a district outreach coordinator, executive chef / quartermaster, who's also going to be our supply officer, and certified instructors. Those of you who want to be certified instructors, again, now is the time. And don't worry, we will train you and show you what you need to do. But I would love for every region, every one of them, to have 1, 2, or even 3 certified instructors that can work with our leaders and work with them to get them the classes and the training that they need to have. Because, ladies and gentlemen, a trained leader is one that's going to stick around for a while. If they're not trained, they're only there for a short season and they're gone. But if you get those leaders trained, they're going to be around a lot longer. And they're going to be better leaders. Again, we're looking for production coordinator, security coordinator, regional assistant leaders to assist regional leaders in their regions, Ranger Kid day camp coordinator, and maybe even a couple of assistants with that position, social media coordinator. And again, there too, maybe 1, 2, or 3 different social media people, newsletter coordinator. Hey, maybe we got people that want to make sure that we're getting pictures and getting it over and getting good content for the newsletter. Hey, so if we got a team for that, I'm okay with that. Matter of fact, that would be truly outstanding. And you know what? I don't know everything. This is why I have a staff. But if you can think of a other position that this person should be considered for that maybe is not listed here, just shoot me an email. Shoot me an email. My email address will be down here in the description for this video. Send it to me and tell me why and what the position is and why you think that we ought to have that particular position. Well, that's all that I have for you. God bless. Pray with us on this. I want to have a good staff meeting at the beginning of January, and I want to have a lot of new team members there in that staff meeting. And I want to thank you in advance, and may God bless you and bless those that you are going to refer.